So let's just play through that C major scale once more. And here we go. 1, 2, hang on. Are you ready? I just assume you're ready. You might not be. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I'm pretty sure you played that well. So let's do the A natural minor scale. So have a think about the notes in that C major scale actually first. So let's just see if you remember them. So we did just talk about this in the debut stream. So okay, but that C major scale is exactly the same C major scale. Okay, sorry, message from Lola there. That C major scale is the same C major scale that you played in your debut grade. Okay, no difference. So what happens is in the grade 1, it's doing 3 scales that are the same, which you've already done there in the debut grade, and it adds a couple more scales. Okay, so you just need to know 5 scales now instead of 3. So what we're doing is that C major scale I just played there is exactly the same one that you did in your debut grade that we just did in the last stream as well. All right, does that make sense? Okay, great. So we've already practiced that one a bit today because I know you're on the other one, so we won't worry about that. But what we do want to do is number 2 in the book. So if you haven't got the book yet, get the book. It is, let me just hold it up for you. It's that one, okay, with Bob Marley on the cover. One of his songs is in here actually that we'll probably do. It's quite a good song, quite a challenging one as well, which is great. Okay, so let's just think about that C major scale again. So what were the notes in the C major scale? Do you remember? We started on a C and we did C, D, E, F, G, and then A, B, C. So we just talked about this. What's important about this one is the next scale we're going to do, number 2, is the A natural minor scale. And the A natural minor scale shares a lot of those notes. In fact, it's got all the same notes in it, but it starts in a different place. So let's have a quick look at it, and I'm hoping you will recognize that you're putting your fingers in the same place as that C major scale for a lot of it. Okay? All right, but it starts on that 5th string. We just play it open to start with, okay? Oh, you got the book, fantastic. Well, it's page 36. All right, and it's the number 2 A natural minor scale. So if you've got the book open, that's great because you'll see the music there and it'll make a lot more sense to you. It'll be easier for you to follow along. So just like the C major scale, we're starting on the 5th string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you look in your book, what we're doing is playing 0, 2, and 3. All right, which is actually A, B, and C. So 0, 2, and 3. So we're going to go like this. 0, 2, and 3. And remember to use the right fingers. So we're using the 1st finger for the 2nd fret and the 3rd finger for that 3rd fret, okay? All right, great. So here we go. We're going to play those 3 notes again. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and again, let me know if you're not happy with it, but I think you probably are because you're a quick learner. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next string, what happened on the C major scale on the next string? Do you remember that? So we just finished here. You'll notice we're finishing here where we start the C major scale. Okay, so the next bits are the same as that C major scale. So the next string is also 0, 2, and 3. So we do 0, 2, 3, and then again 0, 2, 3. Okay? Right, so let's have a go at playing that. And if you're confused at all, just pop it into the chat. But you've got the book in front of you, and I'm sure you can see what we're doing. The first 3 numbers are 0, 2, 3, and the next ones are also 0, 2, 3 on the next string down. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to play 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Hi Em, how you doing? So Imogen's just joined. So we're doing the A natural minor scale. Okay. We looked at the C major scale already, so we're just going to go on to the A natural minor. And again, I know you know this. So Imogen, you can just play along, okay? So just get that extra practice in on the scales. All right, so A natural minor scale. Here we go again, just those first 6 notes, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right. First 6 notes. So like I said, you'll notice that some of them are exactly the same as that C major scale. And the next ones are as well. So have a guess where they're going to be. Don't even look at the book, just guess where they are. All right, now look at the book. See if you guessed correctly. I think you might have. So the next string is 0, 2. Which is the same as the C major scale, isn't it? So we've got 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2. Okay, so let's play those notes. That's 8 notes. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where we finish that A natural minor scale. That's as high as we go. The next thing we have to do, like the C major scale, is you have to come back down it. Okay? Are we going to play with the meteorite thing? It's got a metronome. It's got a metronome. So the metronome should be set at, I'll see which one's louder. I'll try my phone and the other metronome, see which is louder. Yeah. That's actually louder, isn't it? My phone's louder than my iPad. Okay, so at this level, it is at 70 BPM, which also isn't that fast, okay? So it's only... it's that speed, okay? So again, we're not worried about playing quickly. We just want to think about getting the fingers in the right places and getting a really good sound, okay? And making sure we're using the right fingers. So if you notice, we're using, as I said, the first finger and the middle finger. Okay, we're not doing this. Right, that's really bad. Okay, so don't do that. Must use more than one finger. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll try with the metronome. So let's do this at 70 BPM. That's as fast as we need to do it. If this is new to you and you do this, I'm going to be really impressed. Okay, if it's a bit too quick, just say. Here we go. How am I going to hold my phone and play the guitar? How's that going to work? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're just going up the scale at the moment, okay? So let's try that one more time. Just going to go up the scale, not worried about coming back down it just yet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All good? Let's see. Yeah, you did it. Excellent. So if you just started doing that and you've done that already, that's really good. As I said, the good thing about this scale is it's very closely connected to the C major. The C major and A natural minor are what we call relative scales. So think about relative, like relations, your relatives. They're really closely connected, okay? So it makes it easy for us to learn that one because it's so similar. Yeah? Yeah. Well done. So Im did it as well. I thought you would. Okay, so let's go and do it backwards as well, okay? So if we start down here, again, if you can do the C major scale backwards, it's just the same thing, isn't it? Apart from that top string, the last string. So let's do it backwards. So 2, 0, 3, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0. Again, fingers. Think about those, make sure they're correct, okay? Right, so let's just do that together. I'll go slowly, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just like the other scales. We only play that top note once, remember, when we go up and down, which we'll do in a minute. So don't come to the top and play it again. Okay? Because then you'll be behind. All right. Well done. All right, so here we go. Let's do all of the A natural minor scales. So we're going to go up the scale and back down it again, okay? So really concentrate and get those fingers really nicely in there and get a good sound out of this, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, Imogen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, let's do that again. And after this time, let me know how it's gone. Okay, if it's gone really well, that'll be fantastic. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how's it going? All good? I did it. Excellent. Well done. So you'll notice that's not much quicker than we're doing it, right? And that's as fast as we need to go. This is the proper speed. So let's see if we can go with the metronome at 70 BPM. All right, so ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and last time. Here we go. So again, after this time, just let me know how you're doing, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how are we doing? That is as fast as you need to go for that grade, no quicker. So when you're practicing, don't try and go fast. Just try and keep it around that speed, or slower is fine when you're practicing. Okay. All right. Next thing I'd like to have a little look at is, we're not going to go through all the scales. I think that'll get a bit boring just to go through all the scales today. So we'll go through these two, and then we'll look at something else. All right. So we're going to do the group B chords. So that's page 37. And what we want to look at here, oh, good job if you did that. Well done. So what I want to look at here with the group B chords is the power chords. Yep, power chords. So that is group B chords, number 1, power chords. So most chords we play, like the G or a D and so on, we're playing at least 4 strings, right? So D is 4 strings, C is 5, A minor is 5, and so on. So normally we're playing at least 4 strings. With a power chord, we're just playing 2 strings. And I know, again, some of you have covered this before, but we'll just go over it quickly. Make sure you're definitely playing the right things, and then we'll do it to the click as well, the metronome. It's not a meteorite, it's a metronome, okay? All right, so the power chords are used in lots of types of music, but mainly in rock and kind of blues, where you get this kind of, they got that kind of sound. That kind of sound. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just playing 2 strings. So when we're doing this, it's quite tricky. You have to be quite careful with the pick not to kind of hit lots of strings, okay? So be really careful about that. That's one important thing. The right hand has to be quite accurate. All right. We're going to start with a B5. So if you look at your book, you'll see that they've got a number after them. So it's got the letter and the number, B5, A5, D5. So the B, we've played this in a few of our scales actually. It's in the A natural minor scale, but the B is on the 2nd fret there. Okay, so the 5th string. So you can count from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th string, 2nd fret. All right. Imogen, actually, you have done these. You know them quite well. So why don't you just practice playing them while I go through how to make them, okay? So we've got that there on that 2nd fret. So make sure that 1st finger's there, 2nd fret, 5th string. Then what we do is we jump over a fret, all right? Jump over a fret. So you'll notice this fret here has got no fingers in it, that 3rd fret. So it's fret 2 and fret 4. Now fret 4 is also on the 4th string. Okay, fret 4, 4th string. All right. So if I get that really close to the camera, you'll see that there. Some people play it like I am. Most people will play it like I am actually. But some people would also maybe try playing it with a pinky there. That might make it easier to stretch, but your pinky is also quite weak. So this is generally the best way. 1st finger and 3rd finger. Okay. The reason they've got a number after them is because I'll do this briefly and we can go over it in more depth if you're interested at some other time, okay? But all chords are made from 3 notes, okay? So when you're playing your scales, so for example a C scale, okay, we've got 8 notes in that scale. So a chord is made from the 1st note, the 3rd note, and the 5th note of the scale. All right, so the chord would only use the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th note. Okay, now it's got the number 5 after it because these chords only use that 1st note and the 5th note. We've only got two notes in them. So it's the 1st note, the A or the B, whatever this is. Okay, so in this case, we're starting with a B, so it's a B, and then it's only using the 5th note, so it's a B5. okay, or an A5. So that's why, briefly, without going too in depth in theory. All right, so how are we doing on that B5? Are we playing that one okay? How's it sounding? That's the B5. So first finger, second fret there. Third finger on the fourth. All right. And then what we do, the rest of them are easier. We're going to move that finger down one string. So it's now on the fourth string. That's your first metal string if you've got like a classical style guitar. And we're going to play the same two strings. So we've gone from, I'll get my guitar really close again. So we've gone from here. All right. And then we're going to move that one off and move this one down one string. So it's the same place you do an easy E minor chord. Okay. But again, we're only playing two strings. So make sure you're looking in the book as well, so you're checking which strings they are as well as listening to me, okay? You could always be using that book to look at too. Okay, so we're going here, B5, and then we're moving the finger down and doing that A5. All right. So let's just play those two. Let's see how they go. Are you ready? We do the B5. 1, 2, 3, 4. B5. And then the A5. 1, 2, 3, 4. A5. If you're not new to this, if these are quite good already, then really focus on making sure that you're getting that sound. And you're not hitting any extra strings or getting any buzzing. All right, anything like that. Just really think about these fingers in the right place. But if you've done these for a little bit, make sure they're just perfect, okay? All right, here we go. Let's just do the first two chords again. I'll count to 4 between each one, okay? So the B5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and B5, and then the A5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then the D5, all we do is we move a finger down one more string, and we're just playing those middle two strings this time. So we've just moved it down again, one string. So we've got and down again. Okay. These are a bit weird the first time you play them, but they quite quickly get better and better. So don't worry too much if you haven't got them perfectly today. They will get better quickly. Right, so the other thing we need to think about when we're playing them is there is a rest between each one. So if you look at the music, you'll see the little squiggle, which is a 1-beat rest. So when you're playing it properly, again it's 70 BPM, so it's the same speed as the scales, but we've got that little rest in between. So we'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. So all we're doing is the B5. That's the first one we did. Taking that off, dropping it down to the A5, and then dropping that finger down one more to the D5. Then we come back up to the A5 again, and then back up again and add that finger for the B5. So we're just repeating the chords. We're going down and back up. Okay? All right, let's have a go at doing that. So try and just play the best you can. Don't worry if it's not perfect yet. Okay, here we go. We're playing on 1, 2, 3, 4. It's playing on 1 and 3 each time. I'll count slowly so we've got thinking time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and again. I'm going to go even slower this time before I go quickly. So if you've done it for a bit, you can, practice at proper speed. But we'll do it even slower this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. Yeah, we play on 1 and 3. Yeah. Hopefully you got that. So what we need to do now is just give it a go at practicing it for a minute. Don't worry trying to do full speed. It's not that important yet if you've just started this, okay? What we want to do is just make sure your fingers are in the right place and you understand what you're meant to do. So if you've done this a little bit and you feel confident, I'm going to put the metronome on and we'll do it at the correct speed, 70 BPM, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right, one more time. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you notice as well, we've got the rest that we talked about in between. So to get the rest, we have talked about this as well, but again, if this is new for you, to get the rest, all I'm doing is I'm using my picking hand and I'm just putting it back down on the strings. So when I pick, I'm going 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. Obviously, I'm not moving it that much. I'm just exaggerating so you can see, okay? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right? So that's an important thing. Particularly if you feel confident with this, make sure those rests are coming in the right place. Okay? So let's do it again. If you're confident with it, we're going to do it to speed. And you can try getting those rests in perfectly just by putting the flat part of your palm here down on the strings. But if you're not that confident yet with it, don't worry about that. Just make sure your fingers are going in the right places here, okay? All right. The last B5. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? So it will come with practice. Absolutely sure of it, because you do really well. All right. In fact, everyone on here at the moment on this stream is really good, and you all practice a lot. So, and I know you do. It's obvious you do. So when you come back up for that last B5, this is our A5. Just think about putting that first finger up one and then getting that finger on there, okay? So you're just coming back up and then on. Back up and on. And you can just practice that. Just moving back up. That's probably the trickiest bit, I think, that one. All right? So don't worry if that's not perfect yet. Okay, so keep practicing that if you're not confident yet, up to speed. But if you think you are, here we go. 70 BPM again. Thinking also about getting the rests with that palm of the hand coming down on the guitar. Okay, play, mute, play, mute. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how's it going? Happy?